Hello class, Dave here. I got my top off four, whoop, wrong side, there we go. Got my top off four shirt on today in honor of a couple of you was saying that how the United States needed to participate more with exercises that go nationwide, and we do that. And matter of fact, I've been on the development team from the top off to top off 1, top off 2, top off 3, and 4. And 4 actually incorporated several different countries into terrorist attacks. So you can read up more on it. I posted this week in the discussion board about top off. You can read a little bit about it. I worked in the I was on a development team. There's a big round table of about 50 people from all different agencies, and we discussed and created scenarios accordingly. And I was in the control cell, which was basically the mastermind between all the evil stuff. You know, we initiated the attacks, we initiated the secondary attacks, and when things were getting boring, we interjected certain things into the exercise. So I just wanted you to know that the United States and other countries are taking this seriously, and we're actually doing a lot of practicing. You're right. There's absolutely no way that we can second guess or outguess the bad guys. There's just absolutely no way. We could spend billions and billions and trillions of dollars on it, and the bottom line is imagination is going to outweigh us tremendously. So what do? Well, we take precautions and safeguard and put processes in place in order to for normal behavior, for airports, stuff like that, and we try to prevent them from entering more so than make it hard for them to do an attack. Also, I brought up another point on the what is a man pad, and no, it's not a hospital kind of thing for man. Anybody know what a man pad is? They're man portable air defense systems. The United States calls them Stinger missiles, and they're guided. They're usually the guys on the ground, and they have a launch tube, grip stock, and battery. Put it together, and they shoot it at a moving jet. Usually, it's a heat source. They are guided, and they're effective for several thousand feet in the air. They travel about Mach 2, Mach 2.5, and they got about, I don't know, maybe 1 pound, a little less than 1 pound of explosives in them, and that's about all it takes to bring down a jet, or at least stop a jet's engines and blow them up, hit a gas tank, whatever. You can read more about it. What what is so unique about the man pads is you never hear anything about them. TSA and CIA and a few other intelligence communities are real worried about them because during the Afghan freedom fighter against the Russians, we sent 200,000 of them things over to the freedom fighters, and they used probably 10,000 of them, and the rest disappeared. And so the batteries have a shelf life of 50, 60, 70 years, and so they do surface overseas mostly, but they do surface from time to time. Confidentially speaking, it's not top secret, it's just not well known. Back in 2002, the Customs Service was doing canine training at the Newark, New Jersey Continental Airlines cargo facility, and they had their bomb dogs in there and responded on a container, and they got the FBI involved. They got search warrants and stuff, and they opened the container up, and it had several of the man pads in there headed for South Dakota, undisclosed, I don't know, it was a fictitious address and so forth. Another incident on the New Jersey Turnpike, a state trooper, New Jersey state trooper, was doing the unthinkable. He was profiling and pulled over a Middle Eastern male and illegally searched the trunk, and guess what he found? Yeah, he found several man pads in there. And of course the case was dismissed because the trooper gained access illegally, and he, was found to be guilty of profiling and so forth. But the bottom line is we got the man pads off the streets. You didn't hear much about it, and kind of all went away and disappeared. In 2004, I got a call from a certain intelligence agency. A trawler, I don't know, a South American trawler had sank off the coast of South America, and a Russian salvage crew had located and raised up out of this boat or this ship several thousand man pads, and our intelligence agency was going over, and well, they were there and they were going to try to buy them on the black market. So they had called me up and was asking me what the lingo was, what they should ask. And basically for about 3 hours we talked on the phone, not a secure phone, just a regular phone, on all the integral parts of what man pads are and how they should go about looking at them and so forth, and asking questions. So they're out there. You'll also hear the term SAM footprint. SAM stands for Surface to Air Missile. Footprint is around the airport, usually within a couple of miles of the airport is the SAM footprint, and basically it catches the airplanes moving low and slow, normally on landing rather than takeoff, but either or. Aircraft are normally slowing down to critically low airspeeds as they come in for landing, and it makes for a good easy target. And if the bad guy doesn't have a real sophisticated man pad, he may have a basic SA-7 from the Russians, one of the early models with not a big range and stuff, which certainly bring down an aircraft, a commercial aircraft at this close range. Now, of course, like Air Force One and so forth, they have countermeasures built into the aircraft where we don't have to worry about the president's plane getting shot down. But some of the more sophisticated ones, like the SA-16s, and I think it was SA-24 or SA-18, I can't remember, it's been a while since I've dealt with them. They had the capabilities of shooting aircraft out of the sky at like 30,000 feet, so this is some pretty serious stuff. Anyway, I'm just going to cut it short. I just wanted to give you some information on man pads. I wouldn't brag about it or advertise it. It's not protected information. You can, the difference of being on the internet, the difference between being secret and not secret is it's all on the internet. What makes it secret is for a government agency to validate the authenticity and the realism of the information being brought to you. So you can get on there and talk and research man pads all you want and get all the information you want, but what makes it secret information is when somebody validates it from the U.S. government. So now you know the difference. But in everything I've told you this morning, or this afternoon, I guess it is afternoon, 2:18 p.m. on Saturday, it's pretty much open source. It is kind of sensitive to law enforcement. So anyway, take care, class. In case you haven't realized it yet, if you post the minimum, I don't ding you for it. I give you a grade accordingly. But if you pass you post your minimum, one post, and then your 2 follow-on posts, I make you do a real good job. I make you use your citations and so forth. If you want that 40 out of 40 and only post the minimum, then you do it. You're gonna have to write a really good post. Now, Emily, you do a great job. So if anybody wants to know how to do a real good post, look at Em's. She's really good at it. And the other thing is, if you want a good grade and you're more than motivated, you can check out some of the other folks that post 8-10 times. If the more you post, the more I have to grade, so the less the less stickler I am about it. The more you post, the more everybody gets out of it. And this is a very small class of like 16, 17 people. So the posting, if everybody just posted the minimum, it'd be a very boring class. So if you still want the 40 out of 40, you can post a lot of little posts. If you don't have the time to post a lot of little posts, then you can post the minimum, make sure they're pretty good, make sure that they address all the points and also have citations and well written. But I prefer you didn't do that. I prefer you post 5 or 6 times on different classmates, and makes it more fun, especially for me and you and everybody else. You get more out of it. Anyway, have a great Saturday and take care, class. I'm having a lot of fun. If you'll notice on some of the posts, I'll copy and paste things off the internet. What I try to do, rather than me writing stuff in there, I try to find pertinent stuff that talks about stuff that you have posted, or answer some of your questions versus me answering them. So if you read it, great. If you don't, I understand. I mean, I went to college. I did like you. As a criminal justice major, though, the more you get out of a class, the better it's going to enhance your abilities in the future. Anyway, take care, class. Have a great Saturday. Bye now.